on this end of the building we have our aircon stacks, our 4 split systems, our 250 litre hot water. The length of the building's 14.4 metres and it comes in at 15.2 with the aircon and hot water stack sticking out the end. All welded into place. Coming down the outside of the building. So every bedroom's got one of the large windows. The smaller windows belong to each ensuite. There's exhaust fans for every ensuite, which you can see up the top there. Again, this side we've got our lifting point, which is retractable. That's only used for craning. Prefer most of our deliveries to be on tilt tray. This is a sensor, controls the exterior lights on the other side of the building. As you can see, the windows again to the bedrooms, windows to the en-suites, exhaust fans above that. Other retractable lifting point. Alright, let's go down a bit and have a look at the sewer line. The sewer line runs at this side of the building. The toilets are on this side. The showers are plumbed back into it. There's one outlet. We'll come back a bit, we can see the grade. It's already graded, fallen away. So the outlet is on the left. As I said, one plumbing line catches all the en-suites. The duct tape pipe there is the vent for the sewer. That's taken off for transport because it sits above the roof. It sits up through there. All that needs to be put on here is a 90-degree elbow to run it back up the top of the building. Let's follow the sewer line through, and this is the end of it here, which will connect into your end on your site. If we look at the fresh water inlet, the fresh water inlet is plugged into this one here on the end of the building, which is on the end with the air cons. The roof is a pitched roof, gutters either end, and we've got a provision there for a downpipe. Coming down the side of the building, we've got 2 exterior lights up the top. They are controlled by a sensor on the other side of the building, a motion sensor. The main electricals to power the building are pulled into these electrical boxes, including the antenna, which in turn comes into your circuit breaker box. As you can see, the hot water is on a separate breaker, aircon's on a separate breaker, power and lights and the motion sensor are all separated as well. We'll head back out to finish off the exterior of the building. Now these retractable lifting points is what you use if you're craning the building on and off the truck. The building weighs 8 tonne. Each of these retractable points has a capacity of 8 tonne. There's 4 lifting points, so we have a capacity of 32 tonnes. Just coming down to the other lifting point. This is the end of the same building. Once again, pitched roof, gutters on either end, downpipe provision. As you can see, we're sitting on 300mm I-beam skids. The skids are 2 meters apart, 2 meter centers apart, 100 by 50mm RHS cross bracing between the skids. Got another building beside me here, which is again identical. There's one variation. This one I can see it's got an exterior tap that's plugged in. Nothing major. Probably every second building that comes through has a tap on it. As you can see, I didn't show any other on the other building, but these air cons are already strapped down for transport. We've got silicone on top of the nuts. That's not coming off during transport. They're on some rubber mounts. Once again, that's our fresh water inlet. Our sewer is just hiding in a bit of grass there. The vents duct taped on the side, as mentioned. I'll just come back a bit to grab this full building. So you can see they're quite long, 15.2 meters as I mentioned. Another one that's sitting in behind it. I'm just going to show you how the buildings are transported. All the doors, all the furniture, fixtures and fittings are screwed and strapped down. So the front doors are screwed shut. They're locked. A set of keys to every door. The front doors are screwed shut. They don't come open during transport, flap around. So I'll just open this one and we'll go inside for a look. So we're just going to head in to see how everything is strapped and tied down. Start over here on the aircon. So there's steel framing to the roof and walls. So this is screwed back into the steel frame behind the poly-coated ply walls. Curtains are tied back. The ensuite door is screwed shut. The bar fridge underneath, it's tied back into the corner. We've got our power point underneath there for the bar fridge as well. As I mentioned, we've got our tags there to tie the front door back. When we exit, the robe doors are tied shut. Our 3-drawer bedside table is tied back into the frame. Our chair legs are sitting underneath the bed, so they're not moving. The bed's a king single mattress and frame. I'll just pull this back and you'll notice where the beds are tied down and back into the wall. And we're stuck into the ensuite. So in here we've got our shower, module, we've got our ceiling light, a stainless steel basin with smoke alarm sitting in there, shaving cabinet, just tape shut those glass sliding doors or mirror sliding doors, towel rail, towel hooks, just spin around, we've got our toilet, our exhaust up the top there. Our exhaust is wired in with their light switch, so as soon as it's turned on, both come on. Got a drain in the middle of the floor and our waterproof power point. Now I've untied this last room. We've had a look at a room where everything's strapped and tied up. This last one I've untied, open a few drawers, have a look in the fridge. So our drawers down here, inside smoke alarm, aircon remote. As you can see, tied back for transport, otherwise they'll be flying open. Plastic chair again. Have a look in this, the row, the hanging space. Got some hanging space there with our rail, storage at the top, and storage going down the side. Again, this room I've just quickly untied. We've got our bar fridge underneath, power point underneath, bar fridge plugs into. Very neat and tidy. Every room's identical. Again, the light is just taped in the tube, the fluorescent tube. It's not going to drop out. Every room's identical. I'll quickly spin around and run through the other couple of rooms we haven't seen yet. I'm just going into the ensuite. Once again, exactly the same. I'll just add, this is a new smoke alarm to go on the ceiling. The one in the drawer there is the old one that the building came with. Every room's identical. That's a waterproof power point being inside a wet room. Alright, let's duck out of here, head in next door. So as these buildings sit on the ground now, on the 300 I-beam skids, we're sitting about 400 mil off the ground, step up in the building. Typically people are putting 2 steps. You can see some previous screw holes where they put their 2 steps in. Now we'll just get under and have a look. The reason we take so many videos and photos, it helps the buyer determine whether it's the right type of building for them before an inspection, or for our rural buyers where we typically can truck a building up to 1,500 kilometres. Obviously they're unable to inspect the building for a purchase, so we take plenty of videos, up close photos, and provide any more information they need.